So if the nuclear radius of aluminium 27 is 3.6 Fermi, the approximate nuclear radius of 64 copper in Fermi is. So this question was asked in GATE 1994. So we know the simple relation R equals to R0 a raised to 1 by 3. So R0 is constant. So we can write one equation for aluminium. RAL equals to R0 AL raised to 1 by 3, and for copper, radius of copper, it is R0 atomic mass of copper raised to 1 by 3, and then we will divide this two, so we will get this equation. Radius of aluminium to radius of copper, it is atomic mass number of aluminium upon atomic mass number of copper raised to 1 by 3. Now radius of aluminium, it is 3 given, which is 3.6 for me, and radius of copper we have to find out. Atomic mass of aluminium, it is 27, and atomic mass of copper, it is 64 raised to 1 by 3. So 3.6 upon radius of copper, this is 3 by, so if we will calculate this, suppose we directly calculate this. So our radius of copper, it is equals to 3.6, 64 upon 27 raised to 1 by 3. I just shifted this term. If you will do this calculation, you will get radius of copper, it is equals to 4.8 Fermi meter. So this is the answer. Second question, the following histogram represents the binding energy per particle, binding energy per atomic mass number in MeV as a function of the mass number A of a nucleus. It is given, okay? So see this graph carefully. Nucleus with mass number A equals to 180 fissions into two nuclei of equal masses. In the process, how much energy is released? So these are the four options which are given, whether the energy is released or absorbed, and how much energy is released or absorbed, that is given. This question was asked in JAM Physics 2006. So here what is given? A nucleus with mass number A equals to 180 fissions into two nuclei of equal masses. Okay, so from this we will try to write down equation. So suppose X, it is a parent nucleus with atomic mass number 180. It fissions into two nuclei of equal masses. So both the masses are equal. Suppose YY, equal masses, so 90 90, 90 plus 90, 180, so reaction is balanced. So basically what is given? A parent element atom 180 X with 180 mass number, it fissions, and this fission is symmetric because we are getting equal masses. So, and we have to find out how much energy is released or absorbed during the reaction. Now we know that Q, it is equals to given by binding energy of products minus binding energy of reactants. Okay, so this is the formula. Now binding energy of products, what are the products? Products are Y90, Y90, so 2 times. So I can write 2 multiplied by binding energy of Y90 minus binding energy of reactant. Binding energy of reactant, that means binding energy of X180. Okay, now 2 times multiplied by binding energy of Y90, how much it is? So look at this graph carefully. Binding energy of Y is with Y90. So see this 90, it will be here somewhere. So go up, check. So this is the binding energy. So this is 6 MeV. So here we can write 6 multiplied by atomic mass number, that is 90. So this will be 1 energy minus binding energy of X180. X180 ka kitna hai? How much it is? For 180 it will go like this, and this is around the binding energy for X equals to 180. 180 is here. 180 it is here. So 180 will be 4 MeV. So you will get minus 4 multiplied by 180. So if you will do this calculation, you will get 6 into 90, that is 540. 540 multiplied by 2, so that will give you around 1080 minus 4 multiplied by 180, that is 720. So if you will calculate this, you will get the answer as 360 MeV. So here it is positive, that means energy is released. Q value positive, that means reaction is exergic, and that means energy is released. It is an exergic reaction. So that is how the answer will be C. 360 MeV energy is released. The activity of a radioactive sample is decreased to 75% of the initial value after 30 days. The half-life in days of the sample is approximately. You may use log 3 equals to 1.1, log 4 equals to 1.4, and so on. And these are the 4 options which are given. Okay, so let's start. So we know that activity A, it is equals to A0 e raised to minus lambda t. Now here that it is given that the activity of a radioactive sample is decreased to 75% of the initial value. That means A, it is equals to 75% of A0. That means 75 by 100 of A0. So that means 3 by 4 times A0. So we have A equals to 3 by 4 times A0. So we can write this value here. So what we will get? 3 by 4 A0. It is equals to A0 e raised to minus lambda t. A0 will get cancelled. So I will get 3 by 4 equals to e raised to minus lambda t. Or I can write 4 by 3 equals to e raised to plus lambda t, and then I can take log of both sides. So I will get log of 4 upon 3. It is equals to lambda t. Okay, now t it is given lambda into t. T it is given to be 30 days. So lambda into 30. So log of 4 by 3, it is equals to lambda into 30. So we can find out lambda equals to log 4 by 3 into 1 by 30. So this is the value of lambda which we will get. Now we have to find out half-life period. So half-life, it is equals to half-life, it is given by log 2 upon lambda. So we can write log 2, we can substitute the value of lambda. So lambda, it is 1 by 30 log 4 upon 3. So this is the value of lambda. So log 2, 1 by 30, log 4 by 3, I can write it as log 4 minus log 3. Log 4 value, log 3 value, it is given in the problem. So we can substitute all these values. Log 2, we know that it is 0.695. That value generally we know. So we can substitute all these values and we will get this as to be, if we calculate, we will get this 70 days. So just check if you are getting the same answer. Okay.